What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry about the leaf blower in the background. He's been doing it all day, but I wanted to make a update video on all the mods that I've been doing on both of my bikes, and I went kind of crazy on the FZ10, so I decided just to go ahead and do an update video, show you guys everything I've done on the bikes, and also show you what I've done on the H2, because there were some videos that I made that didn't make it out that I really highlight what I did to the H2 performance-wise. I don't think a lot of people know that the bike's got a lot more power than it did at the end of last season. So I'm gonna go ahead and break everything down for you guys and show you what I've done to the bikes. So as you guys can see, there is a lot of carbon fiber. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in and show you guys what's going on these things. But the H2, if you guys have been following along, I did a full carbon fiber build on this bike. This is the H2 Carbon Edition. So this is all factory on the nose, but everything else carbon is not. So this is all Moto Composites carbon fiber on it. I did the front fender in carbon fiber, side panels in carbon fiber, rear fender in carbon fiber, and it also has the built-in chain guard over here in carbon fiber. The whole tail section is carbon fiber on it. All the way down to the taillight surround is also carbon fiber up there. The exhaust system on this bike is a full Van Diemen polish system, and I've only put a couple miles on it, but it's already starting to blue out really nicely. As far as other performance mods that I did the Brock's clutch springs in there so it holds better pressure when you add power. I also did the JagerWorks intercooler. If any of you guys have an H2, that is the heat exchanger for it, but if any of you guys have an H2, Travis Jaeger makes these intercoolers custom, and they are the go-to for these bikes. I don't know if you can see, yeah, see how all that stuff's welded up in there? I don't know if you guys can see that, but he welds it inside the actual stock plenum. So really efficient, really good intercooler setup. I also did a TurboSmart blow-off valve at the same time. So this thing should be pretty loud when I actually get to ride it. I haven't ridden it yet since the mods. And then I also did stage 3 supercharger gears. Now the reason I did stage 3 instead of stage 2 is I plan to do H2R cams later on down the road, but if I was not going to do cams, I would have just done stage 2. From what the guys say that I talked to with the H2s, I mean, we all talk to each other, but they say that basically you make the same power, just generate more heat unless you do cams. And basically the reason to go stage 3 when you do cams is to bring back some of the mid-level power on it. So the bike should be somewhere around 270-ish wheel horsepower, 260 to 270, somewhere in there. Stock wheelbase, it's gonna be an absolute screamer. So that's gonna be tons and tons of fun to ride this thing. And also I did pin the ECU with the Woolwich software, so it ran all the way back into the tail, and I can just plug in and flash it. Travis is gonna send me a flash for it, and we'll get out and ride this thing. So super stoked to ride that. What do you guys think on the carbon fiber? I really dig it. I love carbon fiber. You guys know me, I can't build a bike and not put carbon fiber on it. Next pieces that are going on this bike, that's gonna be carbon fiber. This piece through here, I'm gonna do carbon fiber, and the dash panels, I'm gonna do carbon fiber. And then I think it's pretty much done carbon-wise, except for later on I will do wheels, but it's gonna be a little bit before I do wheels on it. So that's pretty much the up-to-date on the H2. Now the MT10, FZ10, whatever you wanna call it, both the same bike. I just finished on this thing. It is so different than the last time you guys saw it. I painted the bike again, I added carbon fiber, I changed the exhaust system. Okay, let's just start from the top and go over it, because there is so much stuff that I did to this bike that I didn't show you guys yet. First things first is the carbon fiber on it. Moto Composites again. I did the carbon fiber scoops, and I just installed this. I still have to put the emblems on it. I also got these pieces in carbon fiber, but for some reason, the resin that was on them, the clear resin, was not clear, it was bluing out. So I contacted Moto Composites, and hopefully they get back to me soon and send me some new ones. But those will be carbon. I did the entire headlight surround in carbon fiber, as well as the bottom piece here in carbon fiber. Front hugger, carbon fiber, front fender, whatever you want to call it. Rear fender, carbon fiber. And I also did these pieces around the taillight in carbon fiber. Bike's all painted gloss black. All the panels there, the side panels, gas tank, tank surrounds. I can't decide if I want to keep this part gloss black or if I want to do carbon fiber there. I just feel like it's going to be too much altogether. I say that and I have a freaking entire carbon fiber H2. But that's pretty much it for carbon fiber. I did an Austin Racing exhaust on this. I'm sure most of you guys saw that video where I did an Austin Racing belly exit. I ended up selling the Austin Racing belly exit, and the only reason that I sold the belly exit is I did not like the way the belly exit looked on the bike. For some reason, I should have went with the GP1R, the one that goes all the way back, but I didn't. I went with the belly exit, and it took 6 months to get that exhaust, so I just basically said screw it, sold it, and I went with the SC Project on the back there. So this is the SC Project CRT. That comes with the SC Project. This mid pipe is the Akrapovic titanium mid pipe, and these are R1 titanium headers. So these are stock header off of an R1, and I sanded this all down with 320 all the way up to 2000 and then polished this entire system. That took alone like almost freaking 8 hours, maybe 9 hours to do the entire system. And it's still not perfect, but you know, you could chase yourself all day polishing on a header and mid pipe. So this should color up crazy because this is also a polished system. And see how much this is coloring already? And this isn't even done. This is barely even, I've only put like 200 miles on this exhaust, but that one should do the same thing there. Next pieces are Woodcraft rear sets. These guys here, super quality, very nice, CNC machined. They have multiple positions that you can put the actual peg in, and you can also change the position of the brake lever and the shift lever on the other side. I'll show you guys the other side of that. You can change the positions of the footrest. You can change the positions of where the shifter's at. Very nice, very, very nice. I love Woodcraft stuff, super quality. This is the Woodcraft clip-ons. So I did these two mods because I wanted it to be a little bit more of a sporty riding position, but still not full-blown super sport. So basically, this puts me 2 inches lower up here and also brings the bars more in where they were out like this. And then back here, I'm about 1 inch up and back from stock. I could go more aggressive or less aggressive. I'm right in the middle, but it puts you in a good spot. A lot more of an attack position. I would say it's close to Aprilia Tuono probably, but maybe a slight bit more aggressive than the Aprilia Tuono without getting to the point of super sport where it's like an R1 or, you know, a RSV4 or something like that where you can't ride for more than a couple hours. Other mods I've done to this are Vortex 520 sprockets, front and rear. I went with stock gearing on it, and I did an EK 520 chain, the gold chain on there. This is a factory Yamaha quick shifter, so 17 FZs were the only ones that didn't come with this. 18 and up came with it, but I put that on there. These were already on the bike when I got it, these frame sliders, and as well as the front axle slider and the rear spools, which I'm probably gonna change these spools. I don't like the way they look. So all that was on it when I bought the bike. The mirrors here are Moto Gadget mirrors, which I love these mirrors. They are so freaking good. If you can see around the edge of it, it doesn't have any kind of border and the glass goes all the way to the edge of it. Doesn't move, doesn't shake, nothing. They're expensive, but they work really, really well. The ECU is flashed by Two Wheel Dyno Works and unlocked a lot of power. Helped with the throttle as well. As most people know, there is a twitchy throttle on these bikes, but I also installed a G2 throttle tamer, which is the actual throttle tube. It makes it more of a slow progression when you turn the throttle on it and really helps with touchy throttles. The radiator guard, I don't know what brand it is. It was on it already. It says FZ10. That was on the bike when I bought it. And this is a OEM Yamaha comfort seat. Huge upgrade. Stock seat is terrible on this thing. I also did some of the black bolts for this bike, which I can't think of the name of the bolt company, but I got a bunch of black bolts, and I also got, I haven't installed them yet, but I got these sprocket bolts in gold to kind of match the chain. That'll look really cool. I think that's pretty much everything I've done to this bike. So it's a lot, and I wanted to kind of update you guys to tell you what was going on them. I'm also gonna go ahead and start both of these so that you guys can get an exhaust sound comparison between the SC Project on the Yamaha and the Van Diemen on the H2. Next mods that are coming as well, I'm undecided. Let me know if you guys think I should powder coat these wheels. I kind of think I want to powder coat them either black or gold, not sure, because I need new tires on it. So I'm going to be taking those off very soon. And then as well as that, I'm also going to upgrade the brake system. I'm going to do the lines, R1 master cylinder. Stoltec Moto sells an entire kit for that and brake pads. So I'm going to do that on here. New tires, and this bike's pretty much done. Besides like little stuff. I say pretty much done, but you guys know how that goes. I'm gonna be ordering more mods. As far as the H2, it's pretty well done on carbon fiber besides the last pieces I mentioned, the dash pieces. The next set of mods for this bike will actually be the H2R cams, and I do plan on leaving this thing stock wheelbase. I'll probably end up lowering it a little bit. I really need to do some testing on it. I don't know if it's gonna stay down. Like even at the power right now, before I put cams in it, I'm sure that this thing's gonna be doing like 160 to 180 mile an hour power wheelies. And when I add another 30 to 40 horsepower, it's just gonna be like freaking 200 mile an hour power wheelies. Almost unrideable. Either way, guys, drop a comment and let me know what you think of the mods and if I should do different color wheels on this or leave them that neon color. Let's go ahead and do some exhaust comparisons on these. Well guys, hopefully you liked the update on the bikes. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of these beasts. Let me know what mods I should be doing to them. And as always, I'll be dropping another video next week.